On this episode of Crucible, we're going to be talking about the health benefits of music with the following 3 points. Music stimulates your brain, the effects of listening to music, and the health benefits of music.
We all face challenges, crucibles in life that make us or break us, and our health is often the biggest crucible we will face. This podcast is designed to help you achieve your health goals through simple, strategic, and proven methods. In every episode, we'll learn about how to overcome your health crucibles and live your best life.
Hello, everybody. It's Mary Lee Aithan coming to you live from my Diva Dance studio here in Brentwood, Tennessee for my recording of my podcast, Crucible. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the health benefits of music. 2 things near and dear to my heart. How, 1, music stimulates your brain, the effects of listening to music, and the health benefits then of music. So my information today was research from Dr. A's Habits of Health, believe it or not, hopkinsmedicine.org and northshore.org. So if you want to firm up your body, head to the gym. But if you want to exercise your brain, listen to music. There are very few things that stimulate your brain the way that music does. And if you want to keep your brain engaged throughout the aging process, listening to or playing music is a great tool. How simple is that? And it provides a total brain workout. So both sides of your brain, your left and your right. And to my first point, music stimulates your brain. In the early 90s, I think it was in 1993, there was a book that came out called The Mozart Effect, claiming that listening to Mozart 30 minutes before a test would help students to score better on their tests. And they recorded it according to, they checked an SAT. So these kids scored anywhere from 19 to 35 points higher with spatial reasoning. And spatial reasoning is figuring out puzzles, figuring out problems, figuring out mazes. So if you think of looking at a general, math problem, basically, in that aspect, it helped these kids to score higher. And if you're gunning for that top position in your class or the top 5 or the top 2, if you want as many points as you can get on that SAT. So that was pretty significant. And the whole premise was, of course, Mozart makes you smarter. And it's great for early childhood development. Thus were born those baby Einstein CDs. Maybe some of you remember those. Maybe you played them for your kids, your children, and they would, suggest put on your earphones, put your earphones on your, tummy, and then your child will, be born and be smarter. So they had Mozart and Beethoven, I know Bach, and there was a whole series of them. Jessica Grahn, who is a cognitive scientist at Western University in London, Ontario, says that a year of piano lessons with a lot of practice, regular practice, can increase your IQ by as much as 3 points, which is insane, but I can believe it. Giving my granddaughter lessons, she's 7, and all the things she has to think through to figure out the note, the rhythm, finding the placement on the keys, remembering the right finger, which one finger, Nova's finger 4, it's just mind-boggling. It'll take us 45 minutes, and she's really good at sticking with stuff. Normally, a 7-year-old cannot hang in there that long with you, but she does with me. So I'm hoping that that's going to, help her with her IQ as well. The effects of music, of listening to music, are huge as well. And research has shown that listening to music can reduce your anxiety, your blood pressure be lowered, and your pain as well be lowered. It can improve the quality of your sleep. It can improve your mood, your mental alertness, and your memory. So music helps facilitate opportunities for emotional expression. And I never realized this until I had my students write, why is music important to me? And the theme of our concert was going to be, something about music like that. And one of my big old burly senior football players wrote that it helped him to process his emotions because he had a really hard time verbalizing what his emotions were or processing that, in general. And I had no clue. And I thought, well, he's surely probably one of about 10 of those football guys that they're all in my bass section. But it was really an eye-opening experience to me. So from that point on, then of course they always had to write that essay. So it was interesting how their answers would change from year to year too. So research suggests that music can benefit our physical and mental health in numerous ways. Music therapy is used to enhance conventional treatment for a variety of illnesses and disease processes, from anxiety, depression, stress, to the management of pain and enhancement of functioning after a degenerative neurological disorder. Some of the health benefits then, my third point, of music in your life it's staggering. So the first one is it's heart healthy, and research has shown that blood flows more easily when music is played. It can also reduce heart rate, lower blood pressure. It decreases cortisol, which is the stress hormone that none of us want. It increases serotonin and endorphin levels in your blood. Second of all, it helps your mood. Music can boost the brain's production of dopamine. This increased dopamine production helps relieve feelings of anxiety and depression. Music is processed directly from the amygdala, which is about the size of an almond in the front medial lobe of your brain. And that's where all of your moods, emotions, and everything are processed through. So it helps that part of your brain as well. Another health benefit is that it reduces stress. And research has found that listening to music can relieve stress by triggering biochemical stress reducers. How crazy is that, right? Our bodies are just truly a miracle in the way they work together. It also relieves symptoms of depression. When you're feeling down in the dumps, put on your music because it can help pick you up, much like it does, much like exercising does as well. Music also stimulates memory. There are no cures for Alzheimer's, dementia, but music therapy has been shown to relieve some of the symptoms. And music therapy can relax an agitated patient, improve the mood, and open communication in patients. And one of my former students graduated as a musical therapist, and she told me an incredible story about one of her patients who was just completely non-responsive. Now, this lady was not in a coma, lying in a bed. They would get her dressed every day, set her up in her chair, but she never communicated to anybody. She would eat, she could function that way, but she just would never express anything verbally. So this gal, my student, was searching through all these different genres of music. And you think of all the different genres that are out there, there's hundreds of them. And she finally stumbled upon a swing tune from the 1940s. All of a sudden, she said, it was like this lady came to life, and she's singing the lyrics, she's singing on tune, in pitch. And she even got up and she started swaying like she was dancing to the music. And everybody there just started crying. They were so, overwhelmed by this lady's, communication and how she responded. And sadly enough, when the music stopped, of course, you can guess, she sat down. But they at least found the decade that they needed to be in, or the year, to help her communication and make her life, a better quality of life. And I thought that was, pretty incredible. So other benefits of music to your health are that it manages pain. By reducing stress levels and providing a strong competing stimulus to the pain signals that enter your brain, music therapy can assist in pain management. It can meaningfully reduce the perceived intensity of the pain, especially in geriatric care, intensive care, and palliative care. Music also increases your workout endurance. Listening to those top workout tracks, you can perform better physically and have better endurance just by what you're listening to. And surprisingly enough, I thought this was interesting, it helps people eat less. So playing soft music, what an easy habit to put into your life, right? Playing soft music dimming the lights, during your meal will help people slow down, usually while they're eating, and ultimately enjoy what they're eating, and they eat less food in one sitting. So that's a super fun habit I think my husband and I should do. But in closing, if you want to keep your brain engaged throughout the aging process, provide your brain with a total brain workout by listening or playing music. So become a champion by using music to slay your crucible. Come join me too, so you can stimulate your brain and improve your health with music. So you can DM me on my Crucible podcast page on Facebook or at cruciblechampions.com. So thank you, God bless, and turn on your music.
This income testimonial is not representative of the average earnings that coaches achieve with Optavia. Only a very small number of coaches will achieve income that is within the range of this testimonial. Optavia makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with Optavia results only from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the Optavia income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches. In a clinical study, the group on the Optimal Weight 5-in-1 plan lost 10 times more weight than the self-directed group. Average weight loss for clients on the Optimal Weight 5-in-1 plan is 12 pounds. References include Dr. A's Habits of Health book by Wayne Scott Anderson, Your Life book by Wayne Scott Anderson, The 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership by Jem Diethmer, Diana Chapman, and Kaylee Warner-Klemp, Lifelong Transformation, One Healthy Habit at a Time, Optimal Weight 5-in-1 plan, Optimal Weight 3-in-3 plan, Optavia, the 4 components of our system, Optavia Coach, The Habits of Health Transformational System, Your Life book by Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson.